Hi, welcome to Bookwood! I'm glad you chose to spend some time with me. In case we haven't met before, I am Mashou and I create bookish and journal-related content over here on YouTube. In this video, I'm going to set up my TBR for the month of March, in which I am going to participate in Realmathon by Covers with Cassidy. I am going to use my TBR game, Bookhunt, for this setup of a TBR. And you might wonder why and how I am going to do that. Well, the why is that even if there are three bigger prompts, that would be a book with a competition or trials. That is a prompt that's for everybody. A casar. There is also two prompts for each team, and I have as prompts for the rogue team a book with a mystery element and a book that is on the TBR of someone else for March that is not participating in Realmathon. Yeah, he was starring in the video, and so he feels that now he must also be the star of this one. And these are still three very broad, wide prompts, and especially the last one, I am not sure that it is doable for me to find books on other people's TBR, since I need to order them in from the library. And also that I need to have the possibility to do so. If they are not translated, for example, it will be difficult. And since many people read recent books, for me, that prompt, it will be a little bit useless. But I never know. I keep an eye open. Maybe someone is going to read one of the books that I picked out. And so I wanted to narrow down the prompts from which I could choose, so that I would be forced to go look through my wanting to read list on Goodreads for the books that I might maybe not have picked out as easily, because they are there for longer, for example, and I just forgot about them. There are about 300 books on that list, so that's quite possible. And I picked out 9 prompts of the positive points list and 9 prompts of the negative points list. And I turned them into the little prompt cards for my game that you will be finding linked down below. There is a Google Drive with all the elements of the game. So if you want to print them out, you can do that. There is a video introducing all of that I will link for you in the corner and in the description box, so that you have more ideas of the rules of this game and stuff like that. And you will be finding also an overview of the rules and the way to play in the Google Drive that is linked. I will thus be playing and then picking books for these specific prompts. And of course, I'll keep in mind the 3 bigger ones, or the 2 that apply at this moment. And this will also not exclude that I will stack up 4 other prompts on the one that I drew on the moment to submit the book. I have changed a little bit the concept. I wanted to do this in a live video so that everybody could participate. And whilst creating this video or preparing for it, there were 2 aspects that came to mind on which I didn't have a solution. One, you would find the prompts right now. So if you wanted to play along, and if this was a live, then you would be in trouble. You could not quickly print them out and prepare everything. So I wanted a video that you could easily pause. And also, I would need to switch cameras between my webcam that is filming my face and then the older camera that is up there that is filming tabletop so that you could have a view on the game board. And I had absolutely no idea how to do that. And there must be one, and I'm giving myself a little bit of time to figure that out by making this a premiered video instead of a live. But I will keep the structure I wanted to use for the live. So after this little introduction, we will go over to a 15 minutes sprint. I made capture of my computer screen, and I added music to that so that you have the timer and some nice piano music for the first sprint to read. But you could also use this time to prepare your game board. And if you are watching this later, or you don't want to sprint, you don't have the time, you just want to see my TBR, then you can use the chapters in the description box to just skip these sprints. But I hope that you would enjoy reading or preparing with this moment in this video. And after this first sprint, we will have a chatty bit, which will be around 10 minutes, in which I will be showing you the footage of the tabletop camera in which I'm playing the game. And I have already edited that bit, so I can tell you that will be a voiceover. And I'm explaining in that bit why. And after that, we will jump in another sprint, because if this was a live and I would have played my game right now, then I also need some time to prepare my TBR. Otherwise, I cannot present it to you. So this sprint in the live would be used for that, for me to find the books. I've already done that by now, since I decided this would not be a live. And we will have a sprint in which you can read. I changed up the music. It's also a 15-minute one. And after that, I will come back to you and I will go over my TBR with you. And the good thing of this being a pre-recorded video is that I will be able to add in the book covers of the books, because I only own 2 of the books that I'm going to read. The other ones are coming from the library and I don't have them yet. The whole point of making my TBR in advance is that I need to email the list of books I want to put on hold at the library. I have a video explaining why and how this is going that way, and I will link that up there for you as well. So if you're interested in understanding how I pick the books for my TBR and everything, well, it's explained in that one. So I will be rounding up this introduction, and I am going to wish you a very happy sprinting. I hope you enjoyed the timer and the music of the sprint, and that if you chose to read or to be productive, you got the time to get to the place where you wanted to be. If you were preparing to join the game, I hope the time was large enough to prepare your game board. Marin has picked out mine, and this video has not been sped up, so if it's still hard to follow the different blocks, then I'll direct you to the Discord, for which you can find the link in the description box down below, and where there is a forum that is dedicated to this TBR game, and where I will be posting a picture of the board and of all the blocks that came out of the bag today. I had a hard time with this game board, and especially in the combination with the tiles that Marin drew for me. I felt it would be very hard to get the 6 minimum prompts, and I barely made it, as you will see in the end. And I also wanted to gather as much mushrooms as possible, since these last 2 months I have not been able to read as much as I used to do, and I was hoping that I could stack up some of my books of the priority TBR with books for the prompts. We'll see later in this video if I was able to do that. I had quite some puzzling to do. You might have noticed also that this is a voiceover, and you might wonder why I decided to go with that option. Well, that's because Marin was very chatty, and she was talking a whole lot in French, also especially trying to help me fit the blocks and asking a lot of questions about why I placed them the way I did. And I thought that the French chatting above the video wouldn't be as fun to you, so I decided to get rid of the sound and make this voiceover. Yes, I did cut out a little bit of the footage, and that is not to cheat, but I ended up realizing that this U-form shape on the right top corner is the shape of one of the blocks in the game. And even if I could have been pasting in there some of the smaller green blocks, it could have taken a very, very long time before they came out of the bag. And my rule is that we are, yes, having blocks put to the side to have a number of page or restriction or obligation added to the prompt list, but the idea is not to have a 2000 page book on the list. So I cut out all the blocks that we threw after the big yellow one that I placed the last, and only kept the ones that I put aside before that one, and went looking for the blocks that we needed. That's Marin and I in this case, and I ended up with 4 blocks next to the board, so at least one 400 page book on my to read list. I ended up having the 6 berries for the prompts. I also have 2 squirrels for smaller reeds, but 4 acorns to feed them, so I could choose not to add smaller reeds to my TBR. I also got 3 mushrooms who would allow me to stack up books, and also 1 feather who would allow me to pick if I would have got more than 6 prompts, which is a little bit useless, and 1 400 page book to add since I had 4 tiles put aside.
Thank you so much for calling.
Welcome back. I hope that you also enjoyed this second sprint. I am here now to talk to you about the books I am going to read for the month of March, for Realmathon, but also for my priorities TBR. And I suggest we start with that one. So the first book that I am always scheduling into my month is the next installment in the Fit-Salon. The Fit-Salon is created by Win from Literary Diversions, and I don't think this read-along is actively being, how do you say that? Being taken forward, but I am still trying to keep up with it. So the Fit-Salon is a reading of all the books of the Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb, in which we have the Farseer trilogy. In the main character of it is Fitz, and so this is why it's called the Fit-Salon. And there is a book scheduled every 2 months. I will link in the description box the announcement video in case if you want to read through all this saga. In French, what you have to know is that each English volume is divided into 2 or 3 volumes in French. So I basically read one book each month, and for the month of March I'm going to read, and I've been wise. I have made note of all the English titles. So it will be City of Dragons, the first part by Robin Hobb, and in French it is called Les Gardiens des Souvenirs, the Keepers of Memories. Of course, it is by Robin Hobb. I need to ask it in the library, and it is 259 pages, if I am well informed. So I keep numbers of the numbers of the pages to have an idea how many pages I want to read in a month. Sometimes it may vary because I get another edition through the library, for example. But to me, it is a guideline because I know that I have to keep it between 2,500, 3,000 pages each month. And that would be much for now. The next books on my priority would be for Map of Stories. This is the year-long readathon for TBR-athon created by Leandra, the TBR Zero. I will also link that down below. And in in March, we are reading for the middle grade genre, and we need a book with a child protagonist, a child on the cover, and of course a book recommended on BookTube. And this was a book that I struggled to pick because I have in mind the most perfect book for it, which would be the second volume in Le Serment des Sept Miroirs by Samuel Rouchet. This is a middle grade series that I started this month. You can see the first book is just there behind me. And the second came out, so I could read that. The protagonist is 13 years old. To me, that feels like a child. And she is depicted on the cover. So this would be great. But in the whole library, there is three books available. So there is a very big chance that it is not coming in my library in time for the first full weekend of March. So I decided not to pick this book. I will read it. I hope I will read it. But for the readathon in itself, I have picked a book. In French it is called Le Crâne, but in English it's called The Skull. And it is by John Clausen. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It is a book I need to get from the library. It's 105 pages. I think, if I remember well, it is a graphic novel. I saw it on, I think, the Book Castle. And this is also a middle grade. It has a child protagonist. It has a child on the cover. And I know by fact it's in my library, so I will have this book in time. And we will come back to that readathon just in the end when we are going over the prompts. But for now, I'm going to skip and I'm going to continue with the connection challenge. This is a challenge that is organized by the 52 Book Club. It was meant to be the summer challenge of 2025, and I thought the idea was very nice, but I couldn't commit to that at that point, so I decided to do it over the course of 2026. And the idea of this challenge is, so as always, it will be down below. The idea is that every book you read has a connection to the previous books, and there is a little list of 22 prompts for that. And I need to say that I failed to read the 2 books that I planned for it in February. I did read the first one, which had to be set in the country where lives the author of the previous book, which was the United States. And I chose to read Never Lie by Frida McFadden. You will see my review in my carousel vlog coming, I would think it would be the 1st of March. And so this means that the book reading after that one should be published in the same year, which is 2022. And I picked for that Morgan Is My Name. The author, let me see, is Sophie Keat, and I picked it as an audiobook because I have it in my Audible subscription, but my audio time has gone drastically down, so I will not be able to get to that book this month. So I decided to switch that book out and to look for another book. And I ended up going with one that is not on my wanting to read list, which is not playing by the rules, but it is a backlist book from Amélie Nothomb, and I love Amélie Nothomb. This book is called Le Livre des Sœurs, the Book of Sisters. And unfortunately, it has been translated to a lot of different languages, but not to English. But some of Amélie Nothomb's books are, and I really recommend them to you. So this is also one I need to get from the library. And the next book in this challenge has to have a page count that is in the range of -30 and +30 to the page count of this book. And I sorted in Goodreads. I learned things a lot. In Goodreads, you can sort by page number. And there were not many books that I could pick from for this prompt. And I went with a French book, which is called Je me souviens Rebecca. I remember Rebecca. This is a book written by, let me get to it. That is Nathalie Somers. It hasn't been translated, unfortunately. I need to get it from the library. And this is a historical fiction book about the World War II period. And in France, there was a particular area that was free, that was not taken over by the Nazi military forces, and this area rescued by hiding and having people staying there. A lot of people were saved from all the nasty pursuits that were happening, and this book is talking about that. So I will be reading that one. And this is why I like to use challenges and TBR games. This is a book that I would probably not have picked up very easily. I heard about it. It talked to me. I put it on my list, and then it somehow blurred away in the mass. And historical fiction, and especially war fiction, is not something that I gravitate towards. So I think this is a book I might really enjoy, since I thought I would at some point. We'll see. We'll discover that in my March vlogs. If you like to know what I think about it, keep an eye open for them. That will be around the 15th and around the 31st of March. I will skip this little audiobook part for now, and I will go over to the prompts. And I will need to get, where did I put it? Let me get it. here. My golden pen. So the first prompt that I got was a book with parts. And we are coming to the book that I wanted to read for the map of stories, which is Le Mémoire du désert. La mémoire. Or The Memory of the Desert by Samuel Rouget. Also need to come in from the library. It's 339 pages. And in this case, if it comes in later in the month, then I can still read it. So the first book does have parts. The first book has a competition that is not finished, and there is a mystery. So it would take off a lot of prompts. If this book is not coming in, I have a backup, which is Torchfire by Moria Buffini, which is the second book in the Torch trilogy that my husband bought it for me. It has parts, but I don't think it has a competition or a trial, and I don't think it has a mystery element. So I want to read this one from the library first. The second prompt I got was a symbol in the title. And I am a little bit privileged as a person who reads in French, because we have a lot of symbols in our language. So I decided not to go for one of the accents that goes on letters. I decided to go with this little take away thing. And this is a book called Le Magicien d'Oz, and it is written by Maud Royer. This is an author from Quebec, and this book is part of the Forbidden Tales or Forbidden Fairy Tales series. They are all originally edited in French, but this one has an English translation, which is called The Bloody Brick Road. I know that this book has a whole lot of trigger warnings. These books are horrific. They are meant to be bloody, gory, or very shocking, and are talking about very sensitive subjects. So these are books you need to go into warned. I've read some books of this series. One would have been Peter Pan, and there is one other, and I think it is Sleeping Beauty or Snow White. I always forget the second one, but I read another one and I know what it's about, and I can't keep in mind the title, but I really enjoyed those. These are books I read. I have another one at home. So this is one my husband gifted me in January. I have another one that he gifted me, which is the one on the how's it called in English? I always forget. Siren, the little siren. And this is also, I will not read two of those in 1 month, but I will be reading this one. I will write that down. The third prompt I got was the author's name is on 2 lines. And for that, I have found a book that might be quite suited to this readathon. I am going to read the Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the first one in, I think it's a trilogy, and it is having games. It has a mystery element, I think, if I'm well informed. And it has this, it hits this prompt. So I think this is a good one. You can see here, it is on the list of 12 books that came out randomly to read this year. So that's a good reason to get into that one as well. You say I could have been reading The Quiet Tenant, and it's on my list for this month. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to read it. So I still will go with the Inheritance Games, and we'll see. That's 449 pages, which means that I do include the book that has a page count in the 400 range for the books, for the blocks put beside the board. The fourth prompt I got is an author that writes in different genres. And that is one that caused me a lot of thinking, because the first author that came to mind to me was Amandine Peter, which is the author of Les Nébuleuses. She's a French author living in the States, and she writes fantasy, romantasy, she writes space opera, and more general sci-fi. And there is a new book of her available in my Audible subscription, but that book has absolutely no hits to any of the other prompts, and of course I wanted a book for that, and so I had to go look deeply, but I ended up with a book. In English it's called The City and Its Uncertain Walls by Haruki Murakami. In French it's La Cité aux murs incertains. And what I understood of this book is that it has a mystery element, but no games or anything like that. And it is an author that I have read from before and that I have enjoyed before, and this book was on my list. So I am happy to dive into that because I completely forgot about it. So I know it is about someone who takes care of a library or something. So yeah, dive within this book without really knowing, and just follow me along with it if you're interested. The next prompt I got was a person of color, an author that's a person of color. And I also needed, I forgot to say that. I counted out how many books that I need. So I need 5 physical books that are the squares which have a majority of red on the board, and I need 1 audiobook which is the majority of orange square. There were no majority of green squares. You only get 1 green block, so no ebooks in this prompt lists this month. And so for the person of color prompt, I went with an audiobook which is called 9 Dolls, that I have in English on my Audible, and it is by Rupa, and I hope I pronounce that well, Mahadevan, which is an, at least of origin, Indian author, and it is 10 hours and 19 minutes long. And it is a mystery. So there will be more mysteries than anything else on this list. The next prompt I got was a 5-star prediction. And that's also one that I struggled with, since I feel if I pick a book to read, I pick it with the intent of very much liking it. I cannot imagine someone picking a book like saying, oh, this is going to be it's going to be just fine. No, I can't imagine that, but that's me. And so I had to find a book that hit as many prompts as possible, but then also that I was really convinced I might very much like. And last month I read a book, and it's also last month, February. It's by Franck Tillier, and it's called Norferville, which is a French author, and hasn't been translated to English, this one. And it's a thriller that has been on my radar for a while, and it has been on hold for a few months in the library. It came in, so I read it. And when I finished it, I was like, doesn't get up to the level of Maxime Chatham. Maxime Chatham is another French thriller writer, mystery thriller writer, and I have read books by him before, and I have highly enjoyed them. And it happened that a while ago, in a little free library, I came around a book that is called Readathon, and which is by Maxime Chatham. So I decided to put this book on this 5-star prediction, and I have it over here. It's this one. So it has lived a little bit, and I'm hoping that I will enjoy it. It is set in this early 1900s, in the midst of the Universal Exposition in Paris, and we will be chasing a very diabolical killer. So, serial killer even. So I am very curious to see how that mystery gets solved. These 576 pages. And with that, I have gone through all the 6 prompts that I drew, and we also saw that I had 2 scrolls, but also the opportunity to feed them and not having to read an extra book for them. But I decided that I would feed only one, and that I would keep 1 squirrel. And there is a very specific reason for that, and that has to do with the map of stories readathon weekend. So I vlog that weekend, and even if in February that was not going as I hoped, I am full of good intentions for March, and I will vlog that weekend as a weekend. And since I wasn't sure to be able to get the book, I chose this smaller book, The Skull, and I was like, yeah, then I'm going to read on a weekend. It's not a problem at all, but then it would maybe be a little bit of a small vlog about this one graphic book. And I decided to go through the other middle grade books that I have on my wanting to read list, which is not that much, but there is one which is called Urania the Witch by 3 different authors, but one is Barbara, and I forgot, I need to check because I wrote it lightly. Canepa? It's an Italian book. It has been translated to lots of languages, but not English yet. And it is a middle grade comic, and the characters are animal children. And I heard on a other Belgium YouTube channel, which is called La Fille qui aime lire, that this was very cute and very nice to read. So I decided to add that to my TBR so that I have a second book at least for that vlog, which is a middle grade as well. And this is a book that I can most certainly explore with the children. So in the idea of keeping this a family reading channel, we will be able to include something that is in the lines of those reads. And I hope that we as a family will enjoy this book. So it's Urania, La Sorcière, by Barbara Canepa, and it is 48 pages. So you're not going to die about adding that one. Then we have, maybe we'll take the time to put in that we needed 5 physical books, 1 audiobooks, and no ebooks. And then I have this little space over here left in which I write down the audiobooks that I might want to get to this month. And I have added 2 books to that. The first one is called Behind Closed Doors. No, Behind a Locked Door. I'm sorry. And it is by Sarah A, and I think it's pronounced Denzel. And it is 8 hours and 31 minutes, and it is also a mystery. So I hope that I can include that into my Realmathon books. And then I will be adding in, and that's a little bit of a gamble, Les Murmures du Cher. Murmure. Volume 3 by Aidan Fox. And this is 9 hours and 16 minutes. And why it is a little bit of a gamble, I still need to listen to the second book this month. So if it's not the third, it will be the second if I get to it. We'll see, but I hope to get to the third one. I still have a week left, so it should be good. And we have a total of 342 pages. We have a total of 28 hours and 14 minutes, and that's spread over 11 books. So this is my TBR. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you played along, I hope you enjoyed playing along. And I hope also that you are a little bit curious about these books and that you will stick around to see my vlogs about them and to see in the start of April if I made it to read all these books. And maybe if I read something different or more. So please leave me in the comments if you liked this format, if you enjoyed being able to do these reading sprints throughout watching my TBR video, or if you would still prefer a live version of it. Or if you would say, well, just do the video, don't bother with the live, don't bother with adding a sprints in it, just make the video. Let me know what you prefer under there. Let me also know what you are planning to read, because I'm very curious about your TBRs as well. And well, I'm leaving you with wishing you a very happy reading month in March. See you soon!